Om. Namaste. Welcome everyone to Satsang today. And again, welcome to all our friends who are joining from different parts of the world to be with us in Satsang, in real time with us in Rishikesh today. Welcome everybody. Very good. Someone at the back there, no?
Hi, Mooji.
Hi, good morning.
You know, I cannot stay as awareness.
Sorry, you cannot?
I cannot stay as awareness.
You can. No, nobody can do it.
Yeah, sure. I know it.
Nobody can do it.
And I cannot be a consciousness.
Because what?
Because I cannot be.
Okay. Yeah.
You know.
Carry on.
Because
you seem very happy. I'm happy for that. What are you going to say now?
I cannot be happy. You know.
You cannot be?
I cannot be happy, you know.
Also happiness, I cannot be. Carry on, I like them. Okay? I cannot be awareness, I cannot be consciousness, cannot be happy.
I cannot carry on.
Cannot carry on. Also, that's very good. I know you would come around some point, no? I cannot do it. I cannot do it. Yes, it's true, because it is not a job to be done. This is why I say nobody has ever done it.
There is no job.
No job. There is no job also. That's why he's so happy, you know. Now he's going to tell me there's no happiness. I don't know.
It's all meaningful.
It's all beautiful. I like you like this. It's very good.
I like you rejected me.
You like that I rejected you.
Yeah.
I rejected what's not you.
It doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist, yes. Very good, happy start, very good. Good. More to say than that?
I have nothing to say.
Very good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Hi, Mooji. There's just one thing I'd like to clarify. At the second satsang at the yoga festival, there was this young man asking about choice. And you were explaining like this limited sense of choice. So he could choose to swim across the Ganga, but maybe he could not do it. So this stirred something in me, and I was like, thinking maybe that you were answering the questioner and not the question, because when I look, I find I can see no one making a choice actually. So this is where like a bit of confusion came, and I wanted to check in.
Yes. On every level of expression, the consciousness is present. So I understand the language when someone says, I want to do this, I don't want to go to this place, I want to go there. Should I stay or should I go? Then I'm also watching what's going to come out. In that moment, I might feel, I think it's a good idea you stay. Okay, thank you, I stay. So it's expressed like choice. We understand that. For some people, they're totally happy with this. Others, if you say to them, actually there's no choice, it feels very claustrophobic and stuck. Like, what are you telling me? I'm free to do what I want. And then you say, okay, actually, why am I bothering with this conversation? Do what you like. As far as, life allows, go ahead. Why is to waste time talking about that? So we don't have to put so much energy on that. For a while, there's a feeling that I have a choice to do such and such a thing. But if you want to go more deeply into it, you may say, yes, actually, at some point, I may choose something, but there's no guarantee that that will happen in some way. So although a choice or a sense of choice is made, the actualization of that choosing may not happen also. So like this, we know where we're talking about. When the conversation goes into a deeper state or higher stage of consciousness, maybe that changes and we're not talking about choice. The one who is free is not even so much concerned about choice. Choice becomes a very light concept for that one. You see, the individual seems to require the feeling of choice, and because it gives a sense of freedom. Okay, I can go here, I can go there, and whatever. And largely, it is exaggerated. But I don't feel so much for that thing. I don't want to stay here today. I want to go out. Well, by all means, go. The doors are open. Is it like that? So I don't feel that we have really hit anything to really give too much attention about there. I don't want to waste time talking about something that will not directly throw light upon the natural state and the freedom that you are, the true freedom. You see? So I would not advise that we go into that unless this is something particularly of interest to you. You see? That, somehow you say, well, I think you said that there's no choice, there's no one there to choose anything. Then also I see this also. But someone else may disagree. But actually I can choose to leave this place. Yes, okay. Are we going to argue about it? Then it turns into some philosophical debate. The sense of choice seems to be alive in that expression, so let it happen. Here you have seen in another way that you've looked inside, you found there is not anyone really who chooses. There's the play or the apparent sense of choosing, but it's just another play of consciousness. Actually, nobody is choosing. But this is your private discovery. You cannot put it out and say, okay, everybody, nobody has choice. I don't want to interfere with that. I have a bigger fish to catch. So we leave that. Don't worry. I don't want to talk. Then somebody says, oh, and then what do you think about destiny? Oh my God, destiny. And what do you think about life after death? Oh my God. What about freedom? What about who you are right now? When you know this inside your heart, then those questions either are solved automatically because insight exposes the unreality of some concepts, or the interest in them drops away automatically. So I like that each one comes to their own stage at the right time as guided by her. It comes like that. Also, grace brings you here somehow. Let's see what the best we can get out of this time together. What is the highest attainment? What's the highest understanding that can be attained here like that? This is what my focus would be on. There are a range of subjects that may come under the umbrella of spirituality, like karmas and all these things. And I avoid talking too much about it, because I think it becomes largely a distraction. And it is only entertaining for the idea we have of ourselves that we are just autonomous individuals doing our thing. And rather than giving so much attention to that, I'd rather point to the source of your own self, whereby once it is clear inside you, many lesser subjects just fall away. So there is a kind of urgency, a one-pointedness, a directness in the way that the communications will be taking place here. We're not here to debate the full range of spiritual interests and so on. I like that someone comes and, they've read the books, they've had all these concepts, and they're a bit tired, no? We have seen also, just even there at the festival, that there are people there who are well known in their field, in their disciplines, but sometimes people speak, and when they are given a chance to speak, people start to walk out. We have heard that type of talk, It's lacking the vitality of real truth. It has been a good thing. Sometimes people have come and said to me, oh, Mooji, I feel for you that you have to sit through that. I said, no, I'm fine with everything. I'm fine, because I feel that it is an open demonstration, in fact, that when we are speaking from the mind, we're always in the past, and you're not corresponding to life in real time. And you could be the greatest speech maker, but one who is established in the truth will not be interested in what you have to say, because you have not arrived at even now yet. So if you have not even arrived at the nowness of life, or the here-ness of life, you're still in some speech that you made 3 days ago, then it will not appeal nor touch the hearts of beings, because you're not conversing in the truth. So let's look at that, because the range of human subjects and interest is so vast, and so many books, so many libraries, so much about information. We don't want more information, we don't want this type of knowledge, many people. Now they want a direct experience. You see? Well, knowledge by itself also, it will pass away. Time will eat it also. Time will eat all of those knowledge. You see? So I respect your seeing. It is good, I see this, no? But we cannot now put it as a fact. Okay, this is a fact for everyone to. It cannot be a teaching. It has to be your own inner discovering. I don't want to teach this and this and this. We point out something, and in your own inner seeing, you can confirm, actually, it is so for me. Another one say, it is not so for me. And I say, actually, it's fine. In its own time, maybe it will come, it will ripen into that understanding for you. But this one has happened now. This one is cooked. This one is cooked. Take it off the fire now. It's good. Just this one. There will come a time when you have nothing to say about. Still, speaking will happen about things. But it's not because you're trying to work out who you are anymore. You're not trying to get to your heart anymore. Everything has become very quiet now. Still activities manifest, still interactions happen, actions take place, reactions take place, but they have now more of a superficial impact, nothing deep for you anymore. The crisis is over because the person is no more the main feature, you see.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Somebody up there who... Come at the back first, someone. Okay, come then. Someone in Russian translation? Coming, very good.
Намасте, Mooji.
Namaste.
Я хотела поблагодарить тебя за то, что я здесь обрела себя.
I wanted to thank you, Mooji, because I found myself here.
Что я нахожусь в бесконечном океане любви, доброты, нежности,
I'm in this endless ocean of love.
радости, свободы, где самость не имеет веса.
Подождите немного. I'm in this ocean of love and bliss. And this self has no weight here.
That self has no
Weight.
weight.
It's
Okay.
weightless.
Very good, okay.
Да, слово «невесомость», когда на сатсанге произошел такой мини-сатсанг с тобой, внутренний мини-сатсанг, и там перевод слова «невесомость» было, где самость не имеет веса. То есть оно там Свобода — это невесомость, где нет сил притяжения, где нет никаких привязок, где ты свободен, что ты в полете.
She's talking about this weightlessness. This self has no weight, and it's not. It has no gravity. It has no center of gravity.
Вот хотела с любовью и благодарностью, вот просто люблю тебя безмерно, бесконечно.
And I wanted
И у меня
to say, I
небольшая
love
такая
you endlessly.
маленькая просьба. Я сегодня уезжаю и хотела подняться к тебе, получить твое благословение.
But there is a request here. She says she's leaving today, and she would like to touch your feet if she may, before she leaves.
Okay. Later she can come, no?
Позднее можете подойти, может быть, после сатсанга.
Very good.
Спасибо.
Spasibo. We speak also, thank you, like a sense of weightlessness. We could continue. We can say also it's sizeless. Also beyond form, no shape, no color, no design. Beyond quality. What is that which can perceive what is beyond quality even? Where does the knowing of this arises from? You see, intuitively, you see, you cannot draw anything, you cannot take a photograph of it. Even now the science is able to trace some kind of aura or something. Does the awareness have any aura, like even so pure? You see, auras may appear in the dynamic being because of its own refinement. It's free from psychological junk. So there's a radiance in the presence, you see. Even the physical presence now has a kind of inner quality. It's present with even the physical form, you see. About that you can say, yes, when you meet the being who is resolved inside the heart, there is an attraction, a strange attraction, no? Strange maybe not the word. Strange only in the sense that, you know, it's inexplicable. Like happens beyond even the mind. But of the source of that attraction, you see, no one can describe, see. The words attempt to do it, to say, here there is no weight, as she has said, no? There's no form, I say, no size, no color, no distance. And yet distances can be perceived. Shapes can be perceived. Images can be seen. Senses can be perceived. All of this are perceived in the dynamic realm. The body-mind functioning, they are also perceived somehow, and they report to that source in some way. But the source is unmoved. What knows this, you see? What can know such a thing? Is it imagination? Is it imagination that is needed? Are we speculating about it? Or is it really some direct experience that uses the consciousness and the mind to express that which cannot express itself in that way? It is so complete, so perfect, you see. So, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want the mind to develop some concepts around it. We're here not to learn so much and to collect, but to actually bring your attention inside in an introspective way and to confirm for yourself. This is a direct experience, you see. It has to be proven inside your own being. Not merely believed. Belief is good. Trust is good. All of these, they have their place, but ultimately they must bring you to experience, you see. And not the experience which is, I am experiencing this thing, because if I can just become a little bit more refined in what I'm speaking, sometimes the experience, the thing experienced, the one who is experiencing, and the very act or functioning of experience can be said also to be phenomenal. I don't know how many people grasp this, that even at a certain point, the experiencer, if it has interest in what is being perceived, carries some of the DNA of the object of perception within itself. So it is not yet the purest observing power. You see, there is some interest, and the interest creates a quality, and the quality becomes something phenomenal, and that is perceived in the most subtle way. If you're following my words inside, you will see that it's just somehow cleaning all the dust around this which cannot be dusty. So it can sound a bit silly thing, but you know. In the inmost knowledge, inmost seeing, we are not talking about objects anymore. You will have left the realm of objects and comparisons and qualities, and you're in a very refined field, more intuitive, more a sensing. And here, there is no menacing duality. There's only the space of being. That is also being perceived. By what it's being perceived, nobody has yet shown. It cannot be shown, you see. At some point, experience and yourself is like same thing. The sense I loses its phenomenality and becomes a sort of non-phenomenal I. I remember a passage in the Bible, when somebody was asking Christ, which is the way, you see? And he said, he didn't say, go over there and turn to the right and go across the bridge. He didn't say that. He says, I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. You see? This is direct, He not tell you, go and do something. He says, I am that. Not I personally. There's no person actually in that, in the deepest way. Now many people disagree. They say, oh, what you talking about? No. Okay. You prove it. When you look, you will know in your heart. Then you will be able to see with Krishna's eyes and to love with Christ's heart. And to somehow assimilate through Shiva's being. Same thing, you will know. You are one with it, you can know. We don't have to speculate. I don't think you have read any scriptures that touch your heart where a sage is saying, I think. It is not in their nature to tell you, well, this is my opinion, I think. Well, I think. They don't say this. If they have to think, then they keep quiet. They say, no, we don't. No. They must speak directly. Actually, not even somebody necessarily speaking. The speaking is arising out of grace, out of love. And when it expresses itself, it carries a vibration, a power, an authority, a depth, a profundity that is not ordinarily felt when we chatter and speculate and give opinion. Because we are accustomed to that, we are comfortable to give opinions and so on. But when you have somehow analyzed your own being, you come to a dimension which is beyond thought. You're not thinking, you're not speculating, it's not a place of opinions. Simply, it's a place of isness, of being. And here in Satsang, it's being pointed out. Not in a literal say, okay, it's that. It's not a physical pointing. It is in a way, but that which is pointed must be embraced somehow and follow through to its discovering place. That's all. Okay, I see a hand at the back. Come quickly for me.
This thing, awareness is, yes, I would say awareness, remaining in awareness, where is I am, there's nothing in it.
Yeah, could you say again? I missed something, I think.
You see, awareness, you see, only awareness is there, there's no I am in it, So it is, you see, this I, when sees itself, there is no I in it, no I am in it. So when I look from here, then, yes, I could say, there is some connection. So, this thing I don't understand. And secondly, see,
before we go to the second point, this thing I don't understand, I is what? The one who doesn't understand?
no, see,
No, slow down for me and answer this question. You say, when looking from here, this thing I can see, and such a thing, and there is no I in it.
yes,
Yes,
see,
yeah, okay. And there's no I in it, yeah. There's nothing sticking to it. There are no words that says I am. But that arises in it because that is how you experience your existence in form. You can say it is that sense I am arises out of that wordless state and is now appearing in the form, standing there saying, when I look, I don't... Is it?
yes.
Yes.
So
I
this-
don't see any I am in it. I is what? Who don't see any I am in it.
No, one is, this thing is, in itself is, seeing it. So in this, there is no I, it is, everything is moving in it.
Yes.
So, and I look from focus from here, then there is I. So it is same thing, which is seeing itself and seeing here. So, is it, where is I am in it, there is no I am, it is only that. So, and secondly,
Without the sense I am, which is the consciousness arising out of that, can that itself be experienced? Can it experience itself?
that is
that way.
seeing itself. In it, there is no I am. But yes,
How does it see itself?
it is, everything is there.
Yes. What knows this?
Huh?
What is knowing this?
See, when I focus is, yes, I can say I know it, but it is cannot so correct.
Yes, okay, yeah.
So this is, I am speaking about it, but it is not so correct. One is, see, when I see you, when I focus is from here, when here, seeing, but it is
What
not.
causes that to happen? What causes that to happen? That phenomenon of feeling that I can perceive you, you can perceive me. What causes this? Why bother with this? What causes that to happen?
You see, the two things, one is this thing is perceiving, second is, yes, I focus and see, then there's some communication.
Where
take
does
place.
this I come from that will focus about it?
It's through this instrument, then I comes, otherwise it's not there.
Yes.
It's not there. It's not no I am, it is, it's some kind of a void, I would say some kind of a sky kind of a,
Yeah.
thing, everything.
I want
is-
to put it to you that it is not only like that. It is not some sterile state. Okay? It is not some sterile state. Because I have to put it like that because sometimes people, they are speaking, there is nothing there, nothing, absolutely nothing there. Yes, up to a point you can say it is nothing there at all. And yet all this emanates out of it. It's not like space, it's not sterile, it's not an abstract thing. And even that it can be spoken about, even that it can be spoken about, and there's some attraction to something to turn towards that, where all of that comes from also.
See, this thing, see, one is this, like in it everything seems to be there, But yes, you can look from that side, like everything seems moving, but it is not there actually.
Yes.
So, but yes, and it, like zoom in here,
Yes.
then some kind of connection automatically,
Yes.
whether I see you, this thing, everything, something automatically connects.
Yes.
So I don't feel any, you say, love and this thing, nothing in it, as far as that thing is concerned.
Yes.
Yes, from here if I look at it, yes, there is naturally some connection take place. So, see, one is when
Well, let me say something here now, because we can speak like that. You say, when from here I can speak, it cannot speak on its own behalf. Consciousness is speaking on its behalf to say it is there. And there's no duality, there's no substance, there's nothing that you can find in any book, in any scripture. It's not there. You see? What causes even this breath to speak these things, and a wisdom to understand, and the power to introspect or to create any attraction to search for that? Where does it arise from, you see? Ultimately, it must come from the very heart of the consciousness, and this absolute is the heart of this consciousness also. Don't distance and say, there. It's not there, it's here. It's the ultimate state, it's your ultimate being. And if you say, well, there's no I there, yes, there's no I as a label sticking there. But it's not bad to say that I am that. It is not wrong, you say, which I is that? Then you just keep arguing, and in the end, you just end up into some kind of philosophical debate. I'm saying that it is all one. The expression that arises through consciousness itself, you can call the child of the Absolute itself. And through this consciousness, the sense of diverse beings, diverse expressions, diverse streams of consciousness playing and stuff like that, and everything slowly is evolving towards the sense of the recognition of our inherent harmony as one thing, you see. So don't lose all of that in just some cranial debate, because all of this is something that if you only discuss from a theological or philosophical perspective, it's very dry. You get nothing is there. At the end, you just have your brain is talking, that's all. But in the living way, something is absorbing all that is to do with the personal thing. And only in that impersonal consciousness, somehow an intuitive recognition of that which is wordless happens inside that consciousness. That is all you can say.
see, it is happening now.
Yes.
It is not something, like, yes, I am speaking through it, but it is now, right now.
Yes.
So that is, like no theory, not. So it's this thing, like as I get into it, some kinds of buzzing and it automatically appears in it, And it is not this kind of hearing, like I can hear it right now.
You can hear it?
See, I hear it. From where I hear it, I don't know, but because I close my ears even
Why
then I
there? Why there? Why there? Why you use the word there? Because somehow, not just picking at words, but it implies something. There is like a distance somehow. There, but it is what is. It is what we are. But I don't want to create any such thing like, well, eventually when we get there. It is also here. Underlying all this conversation, it causes this satsang to come into place also. You cannot say, oh yes, well, all of this is just something happening. And I've heard this type of way, and I'm just now speaking with you here, just saying, it is all of this, in fact. In one way, this is its dynamic expression through consciousness, and there is its non-dynamic reality also. The one who understands somehow just understands this inside and sees that whether I'm speaking or not speaking, that simply is. and it is what I am. Everything emanates out of that. Is it?
Everything happening within it, but it like, ghostly appearance, like something is moving. That's it. Like it's not there. Like say I am there or here, and if from that say this is I.
Let's not discuss that too much.
Okay.
Let's give a space for people to discover for themselves. Because if you start to put, then you start to create like their kind of maps, and this is not. Allow some space so each one will find their own swim, their own discovering of that. Don't try to put it into some shape like it's not this and it's not this. No, let us discover for ourselves. And here is a discovering room.
So it is not for anybody else. This is what I am talking about to you. Nothing for nobody's, like this is a communication, like it is not for the audience.
You see, again, when you speak like that, it's not for the audience or whatever like that. I speak only to the consciousness is conversing with consciousness about consciousness. Is it? Audience, I, you, ultimately you come maybe to see it doesn't really exist in the way that it has been appearing in the mind. Yeah? But until we actually experience this, don't speak about it. When you come into the experience of that, you'll find that your being is very, very flexible to take in every aspect and expression that arises actually and potentially out of it. All of it is myself. I am very comfortable with this.
So this is, when I look from it, yes, it is like that.
Yeah.
But yes, here, well, this thing looks at itself, then then nothing is there.
Yes.
So,
it has no issues. It has no issues. It has nothing to defend or to protect. It has no fear. In the same way, you have a body, you can say, and different parts of the body have different function. The liver has a function, lung has a function, heart has a different function. You see? But combine all together, when you say I, it encompasses everything together as one thing. You see? You don't say I, the kidneys, need some help from, I, the heart. Or no, when you say I, it is encompassing everything. This is what happens to one who has come somehow to discover the self. We are not breaking things now into compartments. In our human kingdom and culture, because we primarily approach life through certain kind of disciplines and perspectives and so on, it's a very fragmented approach to the wholeness of existence. And so there are many, many streams, many disciplines, many perspectives, but none of them are total. Satsang has come to bring you beyond the tribal perspective into our universal seeing. Into universal seeing of all the topics that are debated within the human kingdom. Here in Satsang is introducing directly a way of perceiving that is all-encompassing. It's not just some tribal discovery, it is a universal, intuitive understanding. It doesn't have to use the mind in the whole way, because in the whole way, it will only be partial, it will only be a little piece. But in an holistic perceiving, that only arises when the mind is merged inside the heart. Satsang is for that. Then leave the debates and stuff like that. Each one have different ways of expressing sometimes the same thing. I'm finding that when I listen to the different expressions through religions or through spiritual expressions and so on, a lot of arguments need not happen actually. If you are wise enough to see that actually you are right and you are right also. But only from that perspective, I can look because you're able to enter different perspectives, different points of consciousness, and you can look without conflict. And you can say, from here it looks like that, and from there it looks like this. But none of them is a total view of what is. And this is what we are fighting about. Nothing. Just a difference in perspective, based upon a very strong identity with our forms, our bodies, and the quality of the body, which makes us believe that we are those qualities, and so we are factually actually different from each other. But this is the shallowness of the human experience, and then we must go beyond all of that. Here in Satsang, people are discovering, but not just information, not the discovering, but the living truth inside. And you are finding that there's more peace, a greater understanding, a very global way of looking at things, and ways, some things that you cannot express, you cannot explain, like that. Leave them alone, let them carry on like that.
Oh, I see. This thing is always peaceful, like there is no moment. So when I look from it, see, from this thing looks from it, even if the moment is there or not there, it doesn't make much of a difference. Like it is a...
You say when. You say, when I look from it.
I look from it when it focuses here. Otherwise, see, looking at you, there is it without focus, then it is, like some kind of a perception is occurring within itself, by itself,
Thank you.
Are you?
Okay, I know.
Namaste, Mooji. Yeah. So, Mooji, before you start any of your sessions, you always say that if you have any burning question or if you have any urgency for truth, then you want to hear those kind of questions.
Yes.
But that kind of urgency maybe I had many years back, and that urgency has gone away. So why has it gone away, and how does that get that thing back?
Yes. It's a good point. I like it. There is something we need to be watchful of, no? I like it to get as much your attention while we have it, while it is alive. One second. Is Gopal is here? Tell Gopal to go and talk to those people for me, please. Okay. You say like this, and I would like to give a little focus on this. Very often, sometimes now I might meet an old devotee of my master. Okay? And I am sometimes, when I meet them, how are you, and so on, and we're fine, and I hear your satsangs are very good. Ah, okay. You don't come? Oh, no. I've done all that already. I've done all of that already. I did it with the master, I don't need to do. But come and have tea with me. Come and do this with me. I said, I'm not interested enough for that. You see? Some I feel in my heart, this connection, and they're there, because whoever sat at the feet of this Buddha, I just have a natural love and respect towards them. But very often I meet beings, and they have this thing, I've been there, done that. Yeah? But still, you're not cooked. You're not cooked. And if you tell them that, they are very offended. They're very offended, Yeah? I've been there. You know who I sat with? Yeah, you only sat though. You see, like this. And so I have to bring this point, and I'm glad you raise it, because there can be a little bit of this, It's a bit of arrogance, actually. Sometimes a bit of pride. You've been there, we've been there together. It's like, we know, I know what you're going to say, I know the answers to this question. But still, there's a bit of a smell. You think you have gone past personhood, but something still smells like a person. You may speak all the things that you have read, huh? But still something is not there. It's like you make this beautiful chocolate cake, but then it tastes like sardines. I said, but this is not true. What's happening? Something is not the right chocolate cake. You see? So this thing, I am pointing it out. Huh? You are never done with your satsang, actually. Your satsang is your life. So sometimes it can come that, I had a fire at one time, then this fire went. And it can be okay. It can be okay that the fire went. Maybe in those days it was more presenting itself in a very strong, very fiery, passionate way. And that maybe had to be experienced and cooled down. But still you have come to satsang and you say, I don't feel that there, but something still brought you here. No? Then just sit and just be a bit open to that. Because it doesn't mean because you have sat with the Buddha, that somehow it just automatically, I know that. It's something that is, I come across it very often. A kind of arrogance, a kind of pride, like I've been there, I've sat with all these masters or whatever. You see? But without saying that, you should carry the perfume of that presence in you. You may meet someone and you automatically feel, I want to be next to this person. Why? Not because of what they say, but somehow their presence carry that light and that power, that depth. Once I was walking, doing production around Arunachala. Many of you probably know we go around Arunachala. In the night, and it was Deepam, so thousands and thousands of people are walking like a river of beings walking in the night. And some areas you come, there's no light. Now there's more light now. They put solar lights, very nice. But I was walking around the mountain, sea of people in the dark, like moving. And just in a second, like the flash of some just eyes, and just from the eyes, it was him. I don't know. I never saw the form or so. I just saw the eyes. And I know those eyes. They are your eyes. We have to awaken to a tongueless spirituality, that you've just turned yourself in. You've handed yourself in. Don't salvage anything from this fire. Put everything in it while you have your chance. Don't become a spiritual hippie. Don't become some chai shop baba that talk these things that don't carry the fragrance of them. The one who understands this, your life becomes the perfume of the divine itself. Don't have any pride in your being. Just come and vanish inside your own heart. Go there. Worship at that temple of emptiness. This is what I would say. And I am happy to meet beings like yourself who say, maybe something is not finished. Something not finished. And I want to come to the end of that road that just keeps going on and on. And it's not enough to think, yes, I did it. It's not enough to sit with people and say, I can speak this. So I want to say, yes, please be here. Forget about, okay, I lost this fire. Don't worry. Just be here. And sit again here in the energy field of satsang. give it a chance again. You see? Because you are a living being. And the truth expresses through a living being. So come like that. And say in your heart, replace me with you. To that. And don't lose your chance. You see?
So I wanted to ask is satsang the only way, or because let's say where I live, there are no opportunities for satsang with any kind of guru. So is satsang the only way, or?
Satsang is very broad for me. All beings are in satsang. All beings are in satsang in some way. And if you find that you are the only one in your village that has this temperament or has this attraction, yes, just say, I am here, and yes, I don't know how it's possible that I will converse with beings who also have the same resonance, but I know in my heart and trust that it can be still resolved, because that is everywhere, no? And you will find some movement is going to come. Don't rely on your mind for this, because the mind always has boundaries and says, you're in the wrong place, you're born at the wrong time, you need to move to the city. I don't think you do. Trust this, and it will again, waves of illumination will come. Something will come to guide you and to guide your steps. It does it. It does it. Because you can be in a city and not find that inner one. And you could be by yourself on some island and you'll come to find it. And that's like that. You see? It's inexplicable. But your life becomes miraculous again. In a beautiful way. There are some beings we have not really met, but through internet they are waking up. Through internet they are waking up. Also one time I spoke with one lady from Australia, I'm in London, and we have huge, in chronological time, huge difference. Maybe day there, night here. But in real time, we are speaking on the phone, and she's speaking, yeah, my mind is just caught up with so much stuff, and I feel really that I'm losing my way. And we just talking, and after just a few minutes, I was looking for a way. Where can I come in? You know, where can I come in? Give me a door to come in. It's like there's something. The rope is going, and I'm trying to think. Can I come into the skipping? Where can I join? And then suddenly, little space, and come. I says, "What about this? And what's here? Stop here. Look here." And I said, "This." And words came back. Thank you. What is this that can come through telephone? This. Because the vibration corresponds. It does not know distance. It doesn't say, but Australia is so far. No, just that. Thank you. A voiceless recognition again, like that would happen. You see? So as I've said, there are beings also who are coming into the recognition of their own self, just on internet, watching on YouTube, something, and wow, that just blasted a whole heap of delusion there. Also, one person just only met for one time. She's a yogi, and then she came and she said, "Thank you. Just now we're talking. You have dispelled my delusion. You have dispelled my delusion. Thank you." It need not be that you are for years and years and years. It can be also. Maybe your whole life will continue being a satsang of just refining somehow inside that inner space. Don't put a time on it, you see. Because somehow there will continue to be a kind of refinement, a maturing, but paradoxically, they will also be taking place against the background of unchanging awareness at the same time. Don't give it to your mind. Simply just be in the juice of your own being. Marinate in yourself. Forget about grand discussions about spirituality. Just marinate in your own juice. So I don't feel, oh, yeah, maybe you need to do this. If you can find a space, then I'm happy also to look together and say, actually, I'd like to talk with you more about this. You see, if the urge is there, then I feel I'm happy to be in service of that, if I can be also. Because nothing that you attain in this life compares with that. What is inside your own self. And not knowing this, we move through life hitchhiking from one experience to another. Knowing this, so many delusions are dispelled. So much trouble is avoided. And you move, even in this world, free from the contaminations of the psychological mind.
So, Mooji, I had one more question. So you always say that you are not the mind, you are not the body, and just realize that I am. But whenever you try to contemplate yourself, it's always via the mind. So
when you come to contemplate yourself, it's always what?
It is always through the mind. So
I don't think it's like that. I don't feel this feeling. Don't touch this concept that is always through the mind. No,
yeah, so I'm not saying that it's always through the mind. I'm just saying that when I try to contemplate, it always goes through the mind. So
I show you a very simple way with this. We speak about the feeling I am, that natural state I. When you say I, it really represents consciousness. I means consciousness, actually. It has always been like that. I is in reference to consciousness. I, consciousness, am. That's what it means. Later, that somehow, when the consciousness got identified with body and conditioning, it somehow came to believe I am the body and my conditioning. That's the fall, you can say. That's the fall from grace. But it's also part of the great story of life, that we must taste this. The consciousness must also experience itself as a person. And the selfishness, the fear, the anxiety, the aspiration, the anxieties, the sense of success and failures, it must taste all of that in a way, and then grow through those experiences back into itself. It's like it's got to win itself back through wisdom. All of this is in life. It comes somehow. Everything is in there. Just like you walk in life, you go past a Buddha, you go past a demon, sometimes you don't even know which is which. But we're all here together. And so like this, you start with this primary, that primary sense, I am. Just this, the sense, I am. And try to focus just on the I am only. Nothing more than that. Not, I am the consciousness, I am the supreme. No, just the sense I am by itself. And don't let it connect up with any intention or any concepts. Don't form any story. Don't give any image to it. Because it has none, actually. It's not a religion, it's not anything. It's simply that intuitive announcing inside the farm, the consciousness is here, I am. Just be with that, and don't let it split or identify with any particular functioning that's happening. You can try that, just even a short time, a little bit. In the beginning, you may find it's very difficult to do it, and then you realize how much your natural sense of I amness being is intertwined with lots of different thoughts and different habits and memories and intentions and attachments. You see that as soon as you try to isolate just the sense I am, which is by itself anyway, it was the first. It was the first announcement in the conscious field, the sense I am. But how it became, embedded into or seemed to be attached to so many things. And so in the beginning, you might feel it's impossible. It can't stay by itself. 1,000 friends are coming to engage with it. You see? He said, don't worry. Just still let them come to the door, and let them knock, let them pull your skirt, doesn't matter. But you just stay in that singular sense, just the sense I am. You're not imagining this. You're not thinking it. You're simply giving notice to that, paying attention to that, like this. And if you do for 7 minutes or 10 minutes, when you can, you'll feel that in the beginning, you feel, something just went. Then even you may find that your phone starts to ring, somebody comes, like some things actually are coming like to distract your attention. There's some fight on the street, or your neighbor says, I want my thing back, or it seems that forces are acting upon your mind to distract your attention into something. In the beginning, it can be like this. But gradually, you don't give up, stay with it. And by itself, what happens is you begin to experience a sense of ease in it. And you start to feel just that sense by itself, the feeling I am. This is the most important thing. When you do this, everything I'm speaking becomes easy for you to understand. Easy, because we're in the same frequency field. Before, at the beginning of satsang, I feel I'm just waiting for everyone is defrosting. We have a lot of, solid things in the mind, and so you're not corresponding with the world, you're not corresponding with existence. It feels very tight, too much person inside. You see? So you just simply give attention to that, just be with this. Some people say, I find self-inquiry very difficult. I say, okay, don't worry. Start with this simple exercise of just staying as the sense I am. Simple. Don't try to see if you can find the I am. You're already the I am looking to find the I am, okay? So don't make it complicated. It's very simple. Stay in the sense, just the I am. And give space to it. If the phone rings, turn it off. It's okay. Don't engage for the moment. Just be in that. And gradually what happens is that a natural focusing happens, and you feel like a vibration inside, and the spaciousness is inside. And you feel very well, very clear, and naturally a sense of detachment. You're not so pulled into the noise that seems to happen around. You don't get pulled into other people's stories. You seem to have a natural space. Like you've been traveling, I gave an example. If you've been traveling, say, in India, let's take it like that. You're here for 6 months or 1 year traveling around. Then you return to Brazil, or you return to United Kingdom or something like that. You go back to your town, you go back to your street, you go back to your house. And everything is still there. All these neighbors are there. The children, maybe they grow a little bit, whatever, the same things are there. Everything is there as you left it. You are familiar with this place. But at the same time, there is now a detachment. People come and tell you the story, so-and-so got married, so-and-so got divorced, this one is in jail. But you know all of that, but you're untouched by it. You know, isn't it? You're not caught up in that traffic. Your beingness is functioning like that. As you keep to isolate the sense I amness without logging on to other stuff that's going on. That power internally is widening, deepening beautifully. And then somehow what we are speaking here, what I'm pointing, becomes very simple and very easy now. It doesn't even feel like you're making a step into anything. It feels already that it is vibrating internally, that understanding or conviction, you're one with it. That is the simplicity of being. That is it, like that. That is the simplest. You don't have to call it meditation, you don't have to call it anything at all. Now, your mind might think, but that's a very simplistic exercise. It might even look like it's a bit of a naive pointing, but it is effective at clarifying the mind, emptying out of all the junk food of nonsense thinking, and come to a clear space inside yourself. From this clear space, you'll find that many of your questions they get half, and then quarter, and they drop away. Because why? You're in a state of contentment, and a natural satisfaction is in you. When that is there, you tend not to be thinking about future, or past, or stories, or needs, because you're in your natural state. You can move and converse with beings in life, but you're not walking like some human Velcro, picking up little things. Something feels very steady and stable. You can listen to very complex conversations, but you don't get confused by them, because your being is sort of purifies. It filters out what is nonsense, you see. This is what I would point you to that. So even if you find self-inquiry in the beginning to be a bit mental or whatever it is, then I say, okay, start with this one. Start with it. It is direct and it is immediate in its effect. But in the beginning, you may feel some distraction. You may feel, this is not for me, I can't do it, and this is the little mind rebelling and so on. But you stay with it for a little bit. And in a very short time, maybe even on the first try, you find already you come to a space of peace and clarity. Everyone who comes to satsang, I tell you, that you will learn very quickly to bring the most chaotic state of mind back into a silence. You have the power, and it's a very easy thing to do. Don't worry about that. I don't have 7, 8 things to tell you. I don't point 15 steps to awakening. I don't have these concepts. Nothing is put between you and yourself, except to look and to see that we are holding on to some concepts, and they somehow create a duality inside, and this is why there's doubt as to your nature. When we give too much importance, too much attention to what is impermanent. That is a simple thing.
Thank you, Mooji.
Thank you.
My master, please beat me hard.
You want a good spanking? Beat you hard, no? Do you need beating hard? Heart can be beating hard, but something also does not need beating. You only need beating if you spend too much time in your head, too much time in the attic. Then somehow something maybe you have to beat you, go back down, go down inside here, like that. You know why you say this thing. Why do you say this thing? Beat me. Why? Because there is something inside that keeps going back to the old regime of thinking. You see? And it says, be hard with me, because something keeps going back, and again I go back into the old states of identity and then create so much pain out of it. What have you not understood? Who here is now sitting inside the emptiness of being? Who is here who will do it? Who has understood in the heart and is seeing from the heart in the emptiness of being, like that? You see? A good few hands, we have many more to go. You see? And yet, what I'm pointing is natural for everybody. It's like you have a radio, and if you give somebody give you a radio, and you're trying to tune it. This is the BBC. And all these changes, are you changing? No, you're just here, no? You're something. The things are changing. Mind is changing, but something recognized the changing. Is that changing? What I'm pointing out is sublimely simple. But maybe the mind is expecting some, like, let's go walk on water or something. I don't know what you want. I'm pointing you something very simple. You see? Don't be expecting some metaphysical expressions. That will be much less than what I'm pointing you to. I'm pointing you to the immediacy of your being. Even immediacy is not even right, because it just is. It's more subtle, more innocent, more pure than what is immediate. It just is, you see? But the mind devalues it, or says there's nothing there. Why would anybody want to go to nothingness? Because all of life we are practicing to be the best somebody you can be. And now you're finding maybe there's nobody here, actually. And something feels very disappointed. Wasn't Buddha just the most perfect somebody? Well, actually, he was nobody. That's why we love him. Isn't it? One human being who forget himself, and then the whole world cannot forget him. Isn't it? So all that is happening is like that. You're looking through. When I say forget yourself, in fact, it's a small thing. It is a small thing. A lot of emphasis, a lot of exaggerations have gone into the personal self. It is okay. And you know what? The personal self, I would say, it was just meant to be enjoyed, just like children playing doctors and nurses. You see them playing and playing this. It's a play, like a play. They really experience like a play. Something inside, once it is clear, experiences the egoic self just as a kind of, like a garment. You put on a nurse's garment, now you're a nurse. You put on police, you start to behave like police. That is all. But we have fallen for it and taken it, the costume to be what you are. That's all. And I say, okay, don't rip it off. It's okay, leave it. But just come inside and look from here. And when you do, you find, actually, I don't have to fight to remove this costume. It's okay, it can be there. It's just now I see that I'm really here. Is all. Why you need beating? Sometimes we need to have a little chop. You have to have a chop. And then somehow it shakes you out of sleep. Every now and again somebody gets a chop. And we all feel good about it. And some people even envy. They say, can I have one also? I want one, a chop.
Like I feel so much used to play.
You are so used to what?
So much used to the play and
to the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I find something really beautiful and I really like it, and then it turns ugly.
Then it turns.
And then it turns ugly.
Ugly.
Just like.
But it's okay, you know.
Just I'm.
Could you find space in you that something that looked really beautiful becomes ugly also? And find something very powerful about life? That maybe we are trying to create, you find something beautiful and you want to keep it beautiful, beautiful, like this, and then it's decaying in front of you. And you feel, oh, no, this is not the way. And sometimes this contrast is helpful. One day we were in Monte Sahaja looking up, it was a beautiful moon. And the clouds, it was just something very, very beautiful feeling. And someone say, wow, I'd like to see the moon like this every day. I said, no. No, if it was like this every day, you wouldn't see it. You understand? You would not see it. Yeah. Let it be changeful. Let tomorrow be no moon. Let it be covered by clouds. Let it be whatever. Can you be so generous in your heart, so open? Let things just be what they are? And then something becomes light. Look, he's laughing now. Everything becomes more light. It's okay. Why try to force something which is changeful by nature to try and make it unchanging? This is an absurdity. Let it change also. And also, if some pain comes, the pain is also a part of it. Experience that pain also. But don't identify. You have to be strong also for freedom, no? You cannot whinge every time the mind flicks you. No. You have to feel all these things. Everybody has to be a bit tough. Because once you logged into this, you have to be tough. You have to be tough, and you have to feel things, and then see, actually, okay, it feels like this, but I'm watching that, it's okay, it will pass. And you grow strong. You overcome the serpent's voice. Okay.
Hi, Mooji.
Hello there.
Over the last few days, there's been a much deeper sense of peace.
Yeah, a much deeper sense of?
A feeling of peace and of space inside.
Yes.
Quietness and things, just simple things are okay.
Yeah.
It's not this mental feeling of I have to be doing this and I have to be doing that. That seemed to just fall away. And
yeah.
Then yesterday, there was a whole, just a drama with my sister. And since then, it's been there's such anxiety and awareness of that. And there's something wanting that peace to come back. And
Yes. So it's good. Because sometimes you see, now I have a day, I feel very quiet, very calm, everything is shanti, shanti, very nice. Very good. Okay? And then we said, okay, but that may go. When that is here, don't go, yes, I'm home. No, that may go. The awareness of that is there. And it is good that it will come. And it will be more your normal state. It will come more your natural state, more and more. But don't say or think that's the end of the mind. It may come. So when there's peace and joy, let there be peace and joy, but don't even identify, don't cling to that. Be still in the place that is awareness of that there's peace and joy. Don't throw it away, but simply don't identify. So that when there's turbulence and anxiety may come in, also that is watched in equal light. Something is going, the body is whoa, like this, or something is but inside still there's complete silence. You may even fight with someone. But inside, there's the untouched thing. It's not that the peace have to move out the way for the anxiety to come in. Somehow, there is enough space in the infinity of being for every sensation to express themselves and finally to exhaust their expression and fall back into silence, and the silence is unmoving. Who has experienced this? Who knows? Of course you do. You see? Just don't touch the thought, oh, now I'm waiting for the silence to come back. It's still there. It's still there. It's not even mixed with anxiety. It is untouched, actually. But because the anxiety shows that there's something still personal, a kind of fire, not that you should not feel anything, but don't give it so much importance. That had to be, maybe. There are some fights you cannot avoid. You simply can't. You're the nicest person in the world, but this day you had to punch him on the nose. It's like that. That is. And don't spend your life regretting, oh, I'm really non-violent in nature and I had to punch. No, that had to be. Who punched him on the nose? The universe punched him on the nose that day. You understand? So it is okay that feelings are given some space to be expressed. There's something also, sometimes there's a space for anger also. It will be expressed, but it doesn't become routine. It is another expression that maybe has to be experienced also. But we're not holding on to, oh, I should not be angry, and why you have to be so good? So some things just get burped out, get expressed out, but they don't leave any footprints inside the consciousness, like that. So now the little sense of anxiety is there, just let it be there, it's okay. And don't hurry it along either. Say, anxiety, you can be here, it's okay. Even you may find when you're so generous in your openness, the label of anxiety falls away. It's just a sensation. You see? Naturally, one prefers to be when your inner climate is peaceful and loving. But don't try to protect that too much. You see? Don't have any favorite states. Somebody once came to me and said, wow, it was the sun came out, and when the sun is out, I come alive. I'm alive. I just want to do things. Yeah, when the sun comes, I come alive. And we're living in England. I said, my God. So for the rest of that's kind of, you're dead for most of the rest of the year. Yeah? And why? Because you hold on to this concept. So don't define anything at all. Just let everything, now it's cloud, now it's rain, now it's hurricane even. Now tsunami. But somehow in here, that is untouched. It is a natural thing. Why is the Buddha look so peaceful? Why radiate such peace? Is it because he's so careful to avoid a conflict? No, they can come, but he just does not participate in that way. He let it play, let it. It's not that Jesus only had Jesus thoughts, and we don't have regular. It will come also, but somehow they don't give it so much importance. You see, and yet something is not that you don't care, but you don't mind. It's like these things have to be played through, and they happen like that.
Because I'm just noticing that in this anxiety, something's wanting to fix the situation. And
notice that also.
Yeah.
But don't identify with it. Notice that something moves in to kind of alleviate something, but just let that be a kind of happening independently. Let it get on with its own thing. You stay only as the awareness itself. So you depersonalize it. Let it becomes just an action happening. You see? Very often we suffer because we are reading life too personally. So it's okay. A sensation come, it's unexpected. The whole body is in some tsunami, but inside, total serenity can be there. And even should people meet you in that state, you may be surprised that they are not turned off by your outer action. They still can perceive your peace. Don't work for that. Don't wait for that. But so be willing to let the mind have the space to go into total chaos. Don't say, oh, it should not be. That is something I would give another tip. Don't say, this should not be. Let it be, let it happen. Don't identify somehow. Just observe for a bit. Because if you don't identify with it, it doesn't get extra fuel. And it will exhaust its natural need to be expressed. And come more to quiet again, like that. So come rain or sunshine, be in your even state. It's a sort of neutrality, but it's not dead. And it's happening naturally also. Whatever you think you have attained, life will test you. It has to test it out, no?
Thank you.
Yeah. You can call sister again. I'm sure if she met you in this mood now, nothing can, because one hand cannot clap. You have to have something to, that is. So somehow it's like this. And you can feel things. You can feel someone says an unkind remark. Of course it is felt. But something inside, a deeper wisdom is also present with you. I remember some time ago I shared when I was in those days selling incense on the street in my town. And Brixton in England is a predominantly Afro-Caribbean place and predominantly a Christian mentality. I'm on the street selling incense and like this. Cling, 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 cling. Actually, this bell is my incense bell from all those years ago. You may have seen a picture of me selling incense. You'll see I had this. I was like this. Incense, incense. Okay, incense bell. Okay, so I'm on the street and selling incense right on the high street. And also I'm burning incense as well. Then one man, Jamaican man, big man, comes over, very strong voice. Why are you ringing that bell? Are you a devil worshipper? And immediately something kind of came up like strong, like, to say like, what are you talking about? Go and mind your own business, like something like this, no? But as it came up, something came over and just said, Father, why did you say that? I was surprised. I said, why? A kinder voice came, no? He says, well, it's only the devil worshippers are ringing these bells until. Then the voice came and it said, but what about church? We used to grow and, bells at Sunday, and also at school we hear the bells and all of that. Christmas bells. What are you saying? And he goes, oh yeah. But what about this smelly thing and stuff? Is that devil worshipping thing that is? Again, a little, and again something come out. And I said, oh, why you say like that? I said, you, at the birth of Jesus Christ, no? He said, 3 wise men came, no? Like this. No? What did they bring? Gold, frankincense, incense, okay? And myrrh, incense, no? He goes, oh, I never thought about it like that. So he was like that, no? And then he said, what's that one you're burning there? I said, it's called Love Supreme, actually. I had one incense called Love Supreme. I said, this is called Love Supreme. And he goes, ho, 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 ho. He said, it smells nice. I couldn't believe how this changed the conversation. He says, how much is it? I said, it's £1. Okay, may I have a packet of it? Just like that. From something that started off like it was a challenge, like something was seemed so harsh, but it came something wiser response come. And again, you find, don't be identified so much also. Whether it's sister or mother or father, friend, husband, nothing. You stay inside your heart and let your heart speak, not your head. No? It came out like that. So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that didn't really happen for me.
It is okay. It is okay.
Well, it was just the trigger. The big trigger was the selfish spiritual journey. You know, you and your selfish spiritual.
Oh, you're going to get some of those. You will get some of those. Huh? Oh, so you're spiritual now, huh? This type of thing. You will get it. And something has to find the best way of dealing with it. You see? You have to take a few things on the chin. You will get it.
Thank you, Mooji.
Oh. The whole world can fit in your heart. Very good. At the back you can come in.
Namaste, Mooji.
Namaste.
Thank you, the opportunity.
Thank you, thank you.
I write it down.
You wrote it? Okay.
Okay, when you say let your heart speak, not your mind, I wondered, how can I know the decision I'm making is from my heart and not from my mind?
Yes, mostly decisions come from mind.
So
mostly decisions come from mind. Sometimes people say, you know, what my heart says to do this thing, and very often we are referring to a kind of heart as a kind of emotional center or something, like I really feel this, so I say it. This is one thing. When I use the word heart, actually I mean your source, your inmost being, like that. And it does not have much opinions, like that. You just need to be one with it, that's all. It doesn't tell you what to do. Just be there, that's all. Mind will seem to tell you what to do. Oh, you must do this, and you know, and you better hurry, and oh, you're going to miss out, and oh. And very often what's happening is that almost always our actions are premature. I'll say again, almost always our actions are premature, meaning that we don't wait to let something just sink into its natural place. Something is provoked into premature action because of fear. When you have an egoic identity, when you believe yourself or is functioning in the state of person, it's an anxious state, it's a fearful state, insecure state, very often. And this is why fear underlies a lot of our action. Because the mind tells you, if you wait longer, you're going to miss your chance. If this happen, then you're going to not get the job. You're going to be fired. This person's going to leave you. Nobody's going to like you. So something acts. And so this is why in life, after living so many years in this body, we still have not yet met with life in the heart. We don't have any trust. It just seems like mumbo jumbo when we speak about, the miracle of existence. Because you don't get a chance to see it. The mind is moving in a premature speed, hasty, anxious, you see? And decisions, I have to make decision. Who has to make so many decisions? You see? The anxious one. So rarely do we come to a place of real satisfaction inside the heart because the mind got there first, like that. So how do I know when some decision is coming from my mind or my heart? I say almost always they're coming from your head. Sometimes you need to keep quiet, and you're in a beautiful place now, a beautiful space also, where you are being reacquainted with your inmost being. So what seems to be yourself seems to be merging with your higher self. In reality, there's not two selves. But in the play of existence, the self appears to become its own projection, its own identity. And so something is merging, a sense of merging is happening, and you're coming into a kinder field internally, something more soft, more present, less hasty. And when it comes to that, like something is slowing down. When it meets what I call the heart's vibration, the field, then it spreads out like that. And then many things you understand on an intuitive level. Your intuitive faculty becomes more alive, stimulated. Life becomes more a spontaneity rather than a strategy. You see that there are not as many enemies as you imagined. That life is more kind, and that life takes care of life, and that it has not excluded you. You experience these things. You don't imagine them. You don't think them. You see that. And the anxiety of decision making, that also drops. It's like lowering your pressure. It comes back again into its natural healthy state. We develop by habits also this tendency to be deciding what must I do. It becomes just a habit. It's not a need, actually. It's not true, it's not real. It comes with an artificial sense of existing as a person, and the person has so many appointments, so many things to do. Spirituality is that dimension of human life that is reintegrating your mind again with your heart, so that they are moving in a state of oneness, in a harmony. Therefore, I say, let your mind live inside your heart. That's what I say, like that. You see? Then you will understand the full implication of that statement that was made. Speak from your heart. At first, you will not understand, how do I speak from my heart? Because I seem to tend to think that my mind goes there. And I cannot give it to you just as a technique, speak from your heart. No, be in your heart. How to be in your heart? Come to Satsang. And gradually you find that somehow something feels internally quite healthy. Sometimes, outwardly, you may find yourself feeling sick and tired and lost, and you're crumbling, and it somehow is part of it. It's a bit like reversing a glove. Something is reversing. You're coming back into your inner life, your inner way of looking at life. You're not running away from life, but you're coming back to the source of your own being. And it is very different, you see. Then the days of thinking or deciding your life, those days will come to an end. Thankfully, you'll be so relieved also. You see? Because a life of decision is an anxious life. Because even if you come to make a decision, you'll question it. Did I make the right decision? And all this type of thing, you see. So give a little space for your satsang also.
So it will be when my ordinary life, when I have to make a decision, I should like stay a moment.
Yes. Yes. Life does not make decisions. The universe does not make decisions. It just unfolds. Doesn't make decision. You see this plant now, as I said, an example, is here. I don't feel it is concerned. I think maybe in a few days I'll put another leaf. Let me think like that. Maybe there. It's not thinking that. It's simply unfold out like this. And we can come also similarly into such an organic expression of the life to experience that, that your life simply unfold. And if something is to be done, don't be afraid that by being still, it's being over passive and it's not taking responsibility. Because this is what we have been indoctrinated to believe, that you must not give time to yourself like that. And when you do, you realize that where I would ordinarily have been pressed into forcing some kind of decision, there's space now to relax a little bit. And in that state, you're past the old boundaries now. And you're feeling that a quietness inside. There's a quietness inside. There's no panic. And a growing trust that, it's kind of okay. It's okay. You have to taste what your mind is trying to avoid. Then you find, but it's okay. I am here. And there is a silence there. And this silence, this peace, this serenity will help you to recognize I am in the right place. Not just outwardly, but inwardly. I'm in a good place. This is so important thing. Like you're living your life outside yourself. Too much. So decision making is really a very, I would say, a distorted function in the human mind. It's not good, it's very tiresome, it's very draining also. And it's not necessary.
Thank you.
Thank you. Somebody, one more? Okay, come.
There's a very, very loud silence.
A loud silence. This is new, But I like it. A loud silence.
There's been space since I came to see you in London, and the conviction that there's no person really.
Yeah.
But in this moment, something like this silence is on fire. And something you said yesterday at the yoga festival started ringing inside. That the absolute, the one who is the absolute, can just sweep away the I am whenever it wants. And that very rare are those. And this I am, which is space right now, is laughing at itself, because it recognizes that it is phenomenal.
It is recognized. It is recognized. It is recognized you come to a stage where even that most noble state, the state of pure presence even, no? Which is, which says it is shining as Satchidananda. Sat means it naturally is existing. The Chid is like there's awareness of its own existence, and then Ananda, the joy arising out of that confirmation, no? That is the perfume of that I amness itself, no? And so the beings, they love this I am state and the nectar of joy. They are mad for it.
But this I am cannot sweep itself, so it is really the I am as pure awareness.
It doesn't
cannot
want to.
Sweep itself.
It doesn't want to get rid of
Exactly.
itself, you know, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is the love to be.
Yeah.
It is the love to be, and nothing wrong with it. You know, when it manifests something, the world manifests. The chief principle of that manifest functioning is that sense I am. That consciousness, which is conscious of its self like that, no? But earlier than that is the unspeakable one. Even earlier is not the right term. You know, prior to that, you can say, is the unspeakable one. Meaning that when you're in the position to even be aware of the I am itself, it comes to that place, then you're automatically in the place of the unborn. You see? You're not going to speak anything about that. The I am will not be offensive to you. The I amness will not be offensive. It is the way in which you taste experiencing also. And it is the beauty, there will be the joy. It's the, you see? But that supreme state, no words can define it. It gives joy to joy.
It never speaks. It never moves.
Someone once said to my master, no? It says, Papaji, is there anything beyond awareness, you see? And he said something very striking for me. And it chokes up my heart to say that. He said, love. I said, what is he talking about? He said, love. It gives emptiness to emptiness.
Master, it is the same thing.
It is the same thing.
As emptiness.
Yes, it is the wordless one. Some will understand. sometimes, as one questioner came and talked about it, that itself is beyond need. Yes, it is beyond need. It doesn't have anything to do with this. Yes, in a way, yes. Maybe at the ultimate state, I say every question can be answered yes and no. And sometimes, and perhaps, and occasionally. You see? Because everything is in the field of relativity. The wideness of the true mind, the natural mind, sees that you cannot make anything in the relative absolute. And sees from these places, you can say like that. You say, yes, the absolute is untouched, it has nothing to do with all of this. Then what is the purpose of all of this? And I say love. Thank you. Sometimes people may say, I know, that how could love produce such chaos and such. And I say, if I answered you only with my voice, you will not know. You must come inside. Leave everything and come inside. And he will tell you. Very good. Okay, so thank you. I would like you to, as many of you who will stay, just stay for a few minutes, because we have invited some beautiful Sangha friends now to come and play something. I love them very much. They have come to share it with Satsang. So will you come? And,
Om Namo Jai Namo Namah. 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 जय गुरुदेव नमो नमः. 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 मूजी बाबा 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 नमो नमः. जय गुरुदेव नमो नमः जय गुरुदेव नमो नमः जय गुरुदेव मेरे नमो नमः जय गुरुदेव मेरे नमो नमः जय गुरुदेव नमो नमः जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव नमो नमः जय गुरुदेव नमो नमः जय गुरुदेव जय सद्गुरु मेरे नमो जय सद्गुरु मेरे नमो जय सद्गुरु मेरे नमो मूजी बाबा नमो नमः 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 बाबा नमो नमः मुझी 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 बाबा नमो जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे जय 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 राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे जय राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे जय 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 राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
I think maybe some people want to go for lunch, they can go. Maybe they can play one more song, and those who want to go to lunch can go to lunch and we'll stay. No? That's all.
Hari Om Namo Shivaya. Hari Om Namo Shivaya. Hari Om Namo Shivaya. Hari Om Namo Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namo Shivaya. Hari Om Namo Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah कर ले मनवा कोई उपाय। 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 भज ले मनवा नमो शिवाय। भज ले मनवा नमो शिवाय। हरि ओम 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 नमो शिवाय। से